Good evening, guys. Today we have to discuss one more new topic, that is public speaking, which is very important topic because every time if we are a good communicator, we can win the confidence of our audience and we can motivate others. So, in a nutshell, how can we define public speaking? Public speaking is a process, or we can say an act or an art of making a speech before an audience. Yes, of course, this is an art. This process is an art. This act is an art because you have to win the confidence of your audience. You have to influence them every time whenever you are speaking in front of audience. So, we can say the meaning of public speaking, it is a process of speaking to a group of people in a structured, deliberate manner intended to inform, influence, or entertain the listeners. See, this is a deliberate and structured speaking, structured process because maybe we are speaking to inform our audience, maybe we are speaking to influence our audience, or maybe we are speaking to entertain our audience, just like in stand-up comedies. Kapil Sharma, he used to speak in order to entertain the listeners, inform. A manager or a leader used to influence, a manager used to inform his audiences. So the meaning of public speaking is very well clear. Now, where this term comes from? See, development of democracy in Athens gave birth to sophism. What do you mean by sophism? Sophism is basically an art of advocates when he used to give logical reasoning for all the arguments. That is the sophism. And in order to persuade or influence the people, the art of oratory or rhetoric comes in picture. And this art of rhetoric or oratory used to say public speaking. So, sophism to art of oratory. Now, Aristotle in 384 to 322 BC defined three fundamental principles of public speaking. These three fundamental principles are ethos, logos, and pathos. Now, we'll discuss further what do you mean by ethos, logos, and pathos. See, ethos. Ethos is the extent of trust we have on our speaker. That is the credibility of the speaker. Logos stands for arrangement of words, arrangement of sentences, arrangement of examples. That is the logical arrangement of words or sentences or examples. That is the logos. And pathos, pathos is the art of creating a connection between the speaker and the audience. That is the ability to create connection through pictures, through examples, through quotations. That is known as pathos. Now, in a similar fashion, Cicero defined five canons of rhetoric of public speaking. That is invention, arrangement, style, memory, and delivery. What it is all about? Invention. Invention is just developing the idea, how we can speak this particular topic in a very innovative manner. Then arrangement. Arrangement, you have to make the structure, logical reasoning. You have to just create these proper structure of your words, of your sentences. Then style. Style, just putting the argument, putting the statements in front of audience in an effective manner. That is the style. The process of determining how to present an argument. Then memory. This is again a very important element. You have to just memorize your speech in that manner that it should look natural. Whatever you have to speak to the audience, make small notes, jot it down some important points. Just you have to memorize how we have to just explain this particular topic. This is all about, so that it looks natural. Then delivery, use of pauses, use of voice modulation, use of body language, use of gestures, use of postures. This is all about the type of delivery. Now, modern elements of public speaking says you should know who is going to communicate, says what he is going to say, in which channel he is going to use, going to opt for communication, to who are the audiences, and with what effect. This is the communicator. You should know the communicator, you should know the message, you should know the medium, you should know your receiver, your audiences, and effect, what effect you want to put on your audiences. Now, this is very interesting topic, how you can prepare your speech. What are the requisites? What are the steps you have to follow whenever you are just preparing, you are just doing the homework one night before your big day? That is how to prepare a public speech. Number one, you have to just keep your eyes closed and meditate upon the topic. Yes, this is the topic. How can I add on to that particular topic? What is my intelligence about that topic? How much I understood this topic? That is, meditate upon the topic. Then collect various dimensions of the topic, just like your own experiences, your own examples, your own philosophy of life, the quotations, different quotations by different academicians, famous scholars, books of different scholars, of different writers, then get some information from different articles, different research papers, different websites, different discussions. These are the things which you have to collect before finalizing your speech. These are the contents basically. Then before framing a speech, you have to work on three things. That is the introduction part, body part, that is the content, and the conclusion, which means a lot. How you can work on that? See further. Introduction. Introduction, this is basically an ice-breaking session. You have to just toss your coin in front of the audience in such a manner that everyone just shook upon. Yes, oh my God, what he is going to deliver, what he is going to say. That is, gain attention in the opening session. Maybe you can use of humor or quotations or trying to ask questions from your audience, or maybe in certain circumstances you can start singing a very good song. This is all about the introduction, how you have to just start your presentation. This is very important. Then body, the content, you have to just elaborate the subject. You have to just divide different sessions, divide different contents. How much you have to emphasize on content 1, how much you have to emphasize on content 2, then the changes between the divisions, where you have to put relevant examples to support your viewpoint, to support your examples. This is all about the content part. You have to work on that. This is very important part. The body of your public speaking, the content of your public speaking. Then last one is the conclusion. You have to just restate the subject. You have to just summarize all the things which you have touched during this public speech from start to last. What are the things which we have discussed? In conclusion part, you have to just touch all the main points. Then at last, you have to just give the concluding statement, which is very important because that will be memorized by every audience. You have to just give the concluding statement in such a fashion that will be memorized by all. Thank you. Thanks a lot.